and welcome to Labor Lens. I am Sharon Ijaso. On this week's episode of the program, we will be discussing about infrastructural development in Nigeria and the way forward. But first, let's take the news. We will be right back.
For the union makes us strong.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU Lagos Zone, held a press conference in Lagos to discuss the state of the renegotiation of the 2009 ASU Federal Government Agreement. According to the lecturers, they want an immediate reconstitution of the current government renegotiation team to allow for a less fixated leader and chairman of the ASU FGN recognition team and a speedy completion of the exercise. Release of operational license of NOPEMCO, immediate release of the forensic audit report on EAA payments, ensure funding and proliferation of state universities.
Never in the history of our relationship with government has government released any money to ASU. Normally, government release money to various universities. Even the academic allowances was not released to ASU as a union. It was released to the benefiting universities for disbursement. So ASU, our own is just to negotiate, get good condition of service, get proper funding for our university, because you know that if that one is attained, we are guaranteed of our job, and then we are also sure of the quality of the students that we churn out.
What Nigeria runs now, which is a product which is handed down to us by all these confused capitalists and their lackeys and slaves in the country, is what they call the envelope system. Universities in the past used to budget. You budget for the number of staff you need, the developmental programs that will bring up staff that you need, you retain your best hands and all that. But since this thing about envelope system comes in, you need this, they will tell you this is what we can afford. And that is why up till now in Nigeria, even with this government, it got worse.
The National Union of Civil Engineering, Construction, Furniture and Wood Workers held its 40th anniversary with the theme, The Role of Infrastructure in a Developing Economy. According to stakeholders at this event, they lament the issue of abandoned projects in different parts of the country.
Of infrastructure in developing our economy, a case study of Nigeria, which is the team you have chosen, is quite apt. And it could not have come at a better time, as all of us know that infrastructural issues are central to our quest to attain our potential as a country. The World Economic Forum states that every dollar spent on infrastructure has a potential to generate between 5 to 10% of economic growth. And therefore, this is very central and key. I always say, one of the issues that is affecting this critical sector, because I've also looked at the array of abandoned projects that we have in our country, cutting across all the tiers of government. In fact, we cannot even quantify the abandoned projects that we have in the length and breadth of this country. And therefore, associated closely with this is lack of prioritizing those projects, also building into the design how those projects can be completed. But importantly, is also the centrality of the issue of corruption.
Nigeria has very beautiful policies on infrastructure, starting from Vision 2020 to the National Integrated Infrastructure Master Plan, to the current Economic Reform and Growth Plan. Of course, the sectoral policies in the different subsectors of infrastructure. But what we have observed is that these policies are more or not in the breach. They do not inform the budget, because we should have a policy plan budget continuum where evidence from policies and plans informs the budget.
There has been so much abandoned projects than ever before. In my ministry, the Ministry of Water Resources, I inherited 116 of such projects. Some of these projects had been abandoned for 17 years, 20 years. I have a project that I know started in 1987 is still on the contractors are to abandon site. But today, I ask you to go and ask. We've been able to prioritize, just what you are saying, we've been able to prioritize these projects to see those that are of benefit to the people, and we're working on them assiduously.
The construction industry have done very well. But in the other end, the infrastructure in Nigeria is decayed because of government inability to pay to the construction industries. The contract that have been awarded to the construction industry. The construction workers are ready to contribute their quota to the development of this country. But for the fact that the day-to-day government are not doing well to bring funds to these industries, FOSI, in order for development to strive well, is a problem that we are facing. And if you look at it today, the construction workers are the ones suffering the pain, because the pain go back to them. If you hire me today and tomorrow you relieve me of my job, definitely it will affect the economy. It will affect my family. It will affect everything that I do in my life.
The infrastructure will drive the economy. And when a contract is issued to a company, for instance, and you mobilize that company to go to site, then after that company has exhausted its mobilization, you refuse to pay. That is not it's not developing. We cannot call that sector that is developed because it's a sector that we belong. We want to say the sector would have driven the economic, but it has not meet up with the lead performance elite.